You want to hit it first, or do you want me to hit it first?
I want you to
Hold up, man. Who the hell are you, man? who is this man?
What's up? I'm R.
You're R. Okay.
Actually, no. Can I start? I'm so sorry. I thought of a good name to call myself. What's up? I'm Chard.
You're what?
I'm Chard.
How do you spell that?
Chard.
All right.
Chard.
Like Charmander.
Charmander.
Me, my friend always tell me, man, I'm so charred. So like that's how I got it.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, anyway, this is our guest today. We'll introduce him later, but he's a friend of mine.
What's up?
But he's a for real smoker. And what do you have today, man? He brought his own equipment.
Today,
Man.
I bought a puff coat. You know, I recently just got this, so I've been trying to use it as much as possible.
Okay. What is that?
It's if you guys know what dabs is, you know a traditional dab, you have use torch, all that. It takes a while. This, press it 2 times, it'll start heating up by itself.
Okay.
You don't need an extra torch. You don't need to always be buying butane. Like this shit. Instant.
All right, man. I'll say actions speak louder than words, man. Let's see. Put that into action.
You'll see. Right here.
I like the colors.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. See, it hit it 2 times. Boom. That's all you need.
That's it?
Damn. He's like playing like a PlayStation game. You see that? You know, the analog stick? There's a fucking fly on it. Damn.
Taking hell of his too.
You should see why I put a glob in. I would just put a small dose real quick.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Also, don't forget, check out the Mariners.
You know, actually, I work there now.
Oh, do you?
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Get one of the players on, all right? You know one of them lives here?
Yeah, I don't know what if it was like they were all just hanging out in the hallway. I'm like I just saw these people in like catcher outfits and like baseball outfits. I'm like, why are these people here? I'm like, oh shit, I saw the outfits. I'm like, oh shit, these are Mariners. A bunch of new sports. I don't know these people.
No problem. Me, I just work there. I barely know them too. I'm like, damn, they're like really regular people.
They look normal dudes.
Yeah.
Maybe like walking
One
around.
has like a mustache, all clean. I'm like,
But yeah, you want to take a hit of that, Josh?
100%.
I got you, bro.
This is Josh. This is your first time doing a dab rig? Is that what this is
I
called?
did this before, but I didn't I didn't have no joystick rotating. I probably didn't do that right.
Yeah, see. So I used to have a different cap for this.
Yeah.
But a funny story. So I was washing it, like I have to like drop it in alcohol.
Oh,
and then as I was dumping the alcohol out, my first cap fell out and into the toilet, and I flushed it down.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
so I had to start using this shit right here.
Alright, so how,
I'm going to give you a hot start.
Alright.
So once it rings 2 times, I'll start dropping this in. My bad.
Alright.
I didn't mean you to make me kneel.
No, you're good, man.
Take on your knees.
Pause.
Goes right to nil reserves. These things deserves some special treatment.
You can start studying.
Do I just rotate?
Yeah. Pause. Oh, yep, perfect. You see the clouds. You can look over. Yeah.
How does that feel? Does it hurt or anything?
It kind of burns.
Does it? It kind of burns. Goes right for it again.
Real. My bad. That's the temperature I usually hit it at. I can turn the temperature down.
You got the veteran lungs, man. Veteran?
I like that.
Beginner.
But yeah.
Damn, you're red as hell.
I wonder how that's gonna affect me. I have my vape pen in here, right?
Ooh, you want to hit mine?
What the hell?
No, I was gonna show
what
him-
more does this guy have?
No, I was gonna show him the other thing.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Broken Bear Conversations, aka Hotbox Thoughts, and this time we have a guest in the tent.
I'm Chard.
That's Chard. That's my childhood. I've known him since I was a kid, childhood friend. I've known you since...
I think I was like 5, I know I was like in kindergarten or 1st grade.
Damn, you were 5. I think I was...
Probably
I'm
7.
2 years older.
Yeah.
So I was 7. What was that? 1st grade?
Like 2nd grade
Or
for
2nd
you.
grade? Okay. Damn. So yeah, I've known you for a very long time.
Like you were my OG friend, bro. You and Adrian.
Okay, Adrian's my younger brother. And we have Josh here, who I've known since.
I like I first started Lantern Press.
Yeah. So
However long ago that was, man.
over a year now.
I lose track of time
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's been over a year.
Damn, that feels crazy.
Right?
It
Because
doesn't feel
I've
like it's
known
been a
you
year.
for as long as my career there.
Yeah.
And my career there is like over a year.
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
How strange.
Because you started literally a week after me.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, it's
New
like
hires became
Yeah.
best friends.
Pretty much, yeah. That was like a synchronicity. We talked about that.
yeah,
sometime.
and it was weird. Yeah, it was like we were trying to talk about like I want to do a podcast. I was already in my mind, and he didn't want to do that. So it's like
Like perfect
I
combination.
came from Texas, you know. So I was like, it's weird, you know.
So,
We're
like,
sync ups. You know?
How long have you been here?
A year and something. Like I just moved there. Yeah.
Oh snap! So
Yeah,
how do
like
you
a
like
year and some
Washington
change,
so
yeah.
far, or Seattle?
Oh, I love Seattle, man. Texas sucks.
Really, I
Yeah.
don't know. I imagine it's so huge, you know. So like, there are a lot of Viet culture down there too. My friend, my friend always talks about like every time he goes to Texas, he loves it and all that.
Well, there are parts that are great. The only downside, like, it's probably fun vacationing, but if you live there, you have to really think about how far it is to drive to
Right,
stuff.
I
I
see.
mean, I was about 20 minutes to a gas station where I lived in Texas. So it's like, even going to like a town where there's stuff to do, that was still like a 20-30 minute drive.
Let me ask you, how was public transportation over there?
Sucks,
Because
man.
I see, because you know Seattle is such like big on public transportation. Like we take it everywhere, we walk everywhere, you know. So like you know, we grew up with that culture.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Oh, yeah.
you guys grew up on culture where you drove mostly.
Well, so how I grew up, it was definitely way more country, way more isolation. I was like not around too much stuff, so I learned to drive like as a child. I was already driving cars like 12 and stuff, going different places because back roads no one was out there, so you just drive
No
a
one
car.
cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but there's part like even our Fort Worth. I started living there as a teenager, like 19 until like 24. I was living in downtown Fort Worth. And even that, you have to have a car. Nothing's walkable
Yes,
because it's like basically where you live. That's kind of what downtown. That's like Fort Worth is like. How far things away. Like even though you're in a downtown, to get to Dallas, it's an hour drive. You know, so even to get to parts of where there's stuff to do, it's a 20-minute drive. You know, so no matter where you go, it's 20-30 minutes. It's at least. And in Seattle, like that's people like, oh, I can't do that. It's too long.
For real, like
But-
everything is like so close
Yeah.
together.
So that's why I don't mind give people ride homes. I don't mind because I'm like literally my ride homes used to be an hour, you know.
that's true.
So now when it's like 10-20 minutes, I'm like that's nothing, man. That's like going to a store.
Yeah, because people here complain about going from Seattle to like even Kent.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
20
that shit
It's
only
20
like
minutes.
yeah, exactly. Bro,
Yeah.
that shit is so close.
Like I said,
He drives an hour long.
Yeah.
Daily.
daily, that was it. That's what sucked, man. You go to work, which you'd hate, but then you also have an hour you waste in traffic, shitty traffic because it's work traffic, and then going home and work traffic. So it's like that's like an hour plus both there and back.
But let me ask you, how was the roads down there? I heard they're like hella flat, smooth, straight.
They're good. They're
How-
good roads.
like, compared to these roads.
So Texas, I will say they do put their taxes in their roads, man. They do make them nice. They
Yeah.
fix them up. Like my mom, where she grew up, on the road where I lived on, it was a dirt road.
Oh.
So it's paved when
Wait.
I was a kid. But it's like how that
Like, the change.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's like you're seeing like all of it. So they're pretty much a lot of these. They take care of the road. They really do. When there's holes, potholes, all that stuff, they fix it.
I
When
mean,
they
you
start
gotta
messing-
drive for an hour, man.
Because that's- people drive all the time.
It's such
Yeah.
a focus on the drive.
Yeah.
They do not care about roads here.
No.
It's horrible. Even the road down here, that brick
Yeah.
road.
And it's
that's
like
the
up and
original
down
road.
with all our
Yeah.
hills too.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
we grew up in Beacon Hill.
Beacon
There's
Hill.
fucking
Yeah.
hills everywhere. That's why.
Mm.
I know. So now being here, less drive, but the drive is shitty.
Well, I will say, like, just Seattle feels like it's a combination of a lot of different cities. Because I feel parts of Fort Worth here. I do feel that. Like, so there's parts of Texas I have here, and there's such a divide. But no, Seattle 100% better. It is. I feel more at home. I don't know. There's like it's just connection. Plus, weed is legal. Like that. So
That's
much
the
better.
funniest thing ever because that's my first impression of him. I was chilling in the break room,
Mm-hmm.
right, and then the new worker comes in and he's talking to the HR lady, saying, "Yeah, I love it here. Weed is legal."
Oh, bless up, bless up.
To the HR lady.
Bro, that's crazy.
Hey,
like, that's high up. Like she said, that it's legal. You can
because hey, what can you do? It's legal too. That's why
I'm like, dude.
You know, think about it. If you wouldn't drink beer.
Man.
I know, but to me,
you're exactly right. He says the same argument every time.
That's what I say. But to me, like, it makes logical sense. You can say whatever you want. People judge me, like, what are you doing this weekend? I'm gonna go 2 weeks, so I'm gonna get super high. They judge me. I'm like, hey, that is my plan. Sometimes I work on my inner child. Sometimes I just have fun enjoying cartoons.
Exactly.
Don't judge me,
bro. Nowadays, people are trying to think about going out and all that. I do agree. Like, you should go out. You should enjoy your day. You should like go have fun. But then there are times where you just need to rest, have a nice like chill day at home.
For sure.
Or like sometimes you need multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to give context, the way that works is that it's a total stranger, and he's telling his whole like life story to them.
I will. I'm so open. It's unfortunate. I gotta work on that.
Like, imagine just like, hey, what you got up this weekend? Oh, I'm just gonna do this. What about you? Oh, I'm gonna work on my inner child, doing this. I'm like, dude.
If I was that stranger, I'd be like,
yeah, you're right. That's okay to do
out.
that, but you know.
I
gotta be socially aware.
The people I'll find are people that are gonna be close for sure because most people will stray away from me because I'm so open. I shouldn't be. I gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Yeah. I like open people. You know, a lot of people here in Seattle are closed. If you ever heard of the Seattle Freeze,
like, oh shit, okay.
No, I was asking him about that, and he didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I think it's like they already have their own groups and all that.
They do,
and they're not really welcoming. Is what I feel sometimes. Growing up here. I'm the same, not gonna lie. I have my own group.
This guy said I hate all that. I do the same thing.
but then I'm like nowadays like smoking weed. I'm like, hey, do something like I'm going to raves and all that too. Like you just have to accept like, bro, like just have fun. Just everyone chilling. Sometimes they have move around because raves are. You know what? Let's talk about raves later.
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about you. I don't know how we got to Josh's life story.
Yeah,
no.
I know, but we've done that every episode. But we got a new guest this time that I want to hear about.
You're right.
Yeah. So who are you? Chard?
I'm Chard, bro.
I've known you since you were 5, right?
5, bro.
That's crazy.
We grew up on Beacon Hill together. Me and him will go to the park by ourselves. With just our bike.
Introverting together. I love it.
For real. Like no one would care. Like me, him, Adrian, and we had another friend Boris. We would go to the park all the time. And that was a good era. But eventually, once
Well, what y'all do in the park, by the way?
Oh man, we did.
Because my parks are very different, I'm sure, than y'all. Y'all have a lot more probably stuff to do.
We were mostly riding our bike and race each other.
Yeah,
I remember we would play basketball every now and then.
Yeah, we played basketball.
And we were like 5. You know, I knew him since we were 5 to like now. But like during that 5 to like elementary school era, we would play on the little play thing. You know, the swings, all that shit.
We just went all over the city pretty much on bikes.
Yeah, bro. I remember as kids we would be taking the bus like everywhere too. Like we would go to little Saigon to get banh mi.
Yeah.
And all that. We would go to Red Apple.
Yeah.
We would just explore.
Yeah,
damn.
Go everywhere. We just did kid stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, I was always on my bike as a kid too, but y'all had a lot. Seattle has a lot more offer. I was like, it's different. Like I said, it's different. It's so different.
Yeah,
but
the bus was only like 75 cents, so we could find that laying around, catch it, go somewhere.
Damn, right.
Yeah, but it would be cool going to like. And this is like a trip for us going to Rainier, which is like by car maybe like 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
But we would take the bus and go to 7-Eleven. I remember we got a Slurpee one time. And I was like, this is so cool, actually visiting 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Cause I would see like the Quickie Mart on The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah.
I like to watch.
No, they're having a little adventure.
That's based on the actual 7-Eleven. I want to see that. And actually seeing that as a kid was really cool. But I showed you how low the standards were. 7-Eleven was a dream. It was a Disneyland.
It's like, I made
Hawaii.
I'm in
it. It was
here.
going to 7-Eleven.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because even the bike I had, we didn't even buy. I don't know why I wasn't able to get a bike, but we just found my bike in a dumpster.
Hey, sometimes dumpster bikes are the best bikes, man.
It was a pink Barbie bike.
Hey, man, rock it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But
Put some cards in it, make it sound like a motorcycle.
Yeah, we used to put plastic bottles in the back of the wheels.
Damn, that's right. Yeah, it makes me feel. It makes you feel really cool. It makes me feel cool. I do little cars.
Hey, real quick, where can I ash this? Is it okay if I just ash on this tray?
On what? What tray?
This tray right here, the red tray.
What about it?
Can I ash on the tray?
Oh, you ash in the ashtray.
Can I get the lighter?
That's an ashtray.
This right here?
Yeah. No,
just make sure. Just make sure.
Can I get the lighter?
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah, the main tray. Yeah, that's ashtray. Yeah.
Let's see.
It's an old one from like the 80s, I think. I always buy weird cigarette shit, man. I love it. Like even this. Look at this big badass ashtray.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's unique.
Yeah, that's what it's all I'm about, man. I always buy this weird, unique shit. That's what I like.
I mean, yeah, the setup is unique.
Yeah.
But in a good way. I like the art.
Yeah.
I like that hanging thing too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it a vibe for sure. I'm trying to slowly add to it. More stuff I find.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an era. Me and him hung out like just during like elementary school. But then once he went to middle school. I went to and then eventually I went to my
we all separate schools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Aki.
Aki.
Yeah, you went to Mercer, right?
I went to Mercer.
I wanted to go to Mercer because I used to live near there.
Yeah, then eventually, you live right there.
Yeah, I lived right next to him. We were next door neighbors, but then...
No, I mean, the house that you moved out to as well, you live right next to Mercer.
I did, but then right before... I didn't move to that house, but then right before I went to middle school, we had changed the location.
Oh, that was close to Aki. That there was like a fire near that house, right?
Yeah, you know exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about the
neighborhoods. No worries.
Let's not get into that.
I was just like that.
I just know I moved to another house closer to his middle school, and then I had moved again right before I entered middle school.
Oh, okay.
And then that's why I went to Aki. And Aki.
So different middle schools.
Yeah, Aki. That shit was.
Y'all never hook up since?
No, yeah.
Oh no, we would see each other pretty often too.
Yeah.
I remember he would have sleepovers at my other houses. Bro, I remember me and him play COD, zombies, all that shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. And I always hate that when they divide that up in schools, when they separate. Sometimes you had cool friends, but we didn't have any way to link up.
You don't got bikes?
No, we had bikes, but it wasn't like
too far, huh?
it's like, man, you can't bike that. It's that's 5 miles, 6 miles, maybe even 20 miles, you know? Shit, like on a bike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's weird. Like it'd just be separate schools, but it's like and it's like I was like, oh shit, I saw one of my friends once at a gas station. It was like, what the fuck, you know? I was like, I haven't seen you in years.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
It was like before that it was hard to link up, so that's cool that y'all could at least like. It's different.
How often do you see like old classmates and all that? Like
I haven't seen any of it, man.
Bro, like from us, like I see old classmates everywhere. Like Seattle, again, like I'm saying, Seattle's so small. You see everyone.
Oh, how many was in y'all's class?
So many people was in our like.
Hey, how many? Okay, say how many's in your class, and then he'll say how many is in his class.
Texas is big, but then we were part of a small town.
Yeah, he was. Oh yeah, to give context. He lived in Texas, but in the small town.
A small town, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say about like 200.
Yeah, I would say for me too. At least a couple hundred.
Yeah,
I would say.
I had 63, I think, or 62. Yeah, class members. That's it.
Damn.
That's it. My brother, he only had 30, 36. Yeah.
That's like 2 classrooms.
Yeah, everybody knew everything. So if you fucked up on the weekend, everybody knew it. Teachers knew it. Yeah, everybody knows everything. Like it's like no matter what you do, everyone knows it. So it sucks. Right. I had teachers that taught all my relatives. You know, that's weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I always get jealous of people like how other people is like. It's just different, man. It's a different world. It really is.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. Like how everyone just grows up different. Like sometimes I want to move to a small town in Washington because I
they're
visit
similar.
them. Exactly, and they're like the vibe is just so different, you know. Yeah. It's like not as fast paced as like Seattle. I would want to grow my kids in like area like that, you know.
Yeah, I think if you have more control over some stuff like the environment and things, it's just like it's more isolated. It does move so much slower. But when you're in a city, it's like you have to grow up. It's like life is like it's like it's quick.
Yeah, pros and cons.
Yeah,
you get to both.
But y'all have it a lot closer. Like it's like. I don't know, man. Even living like
we were literally next door.
Yeah, it's like it's different. Like I said, it's like different universes, but y'all can just walk to them. It's weird, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I always think about this stuff all the time. It freaks me out.
If you were to choose how you would grow up, would you prefer a city or a small town?
No, I don't. If there was a pre-internet, you don't know anything. Mm-hmm. You have no way of knowing shit until you really go out there and experience it. If you don't leave, you don't know anything unless you're told that. And there's people that I know that have never left that town.
Hey, just wondering, are you okay with I asked how old you are?
Oh, hey, I'm 36.
36?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you really did grow up like without internet like and all that.
Yeah.
No shit.
Like,
yeah.
I
don't use the internet at all. Yeah. I still like I was isolated for a long time. I don't like I started texting in 2016. Yeah. Like I started like doing all that stuff. I'm pretty isolated on stuff. I still don't use the internet as much as I should.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
I guess like not gonna lie, me and Seiko, we basically born the same time. Like we like grew up like for 5, 7, 8 years of our lives without internet, without all that.
Yeah, we were kind of late to that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which is interesting. Y'all are pretty young of the generation.
Yeah, we had to go to the library.
Immigrant parents because like not gonna lie, for me like they took like slower on the like learning about internet, all that.
Yeah,
it's like but over time, we just like really got developed with it. Like with the iPhone, I mastered that shit, YouTube, all that shit at a young age.
Yeah, no, and I feel like that was beneficial, but y'all got to get exposed to a lot more information that y'all could take in. You didn't just have adults that could be telling you shit. You have no way to verify.
And believe them, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Besides for just listening. Because I used to not believe my mom, I believe my teachers. But then I realized my teacher is the same age as my sister. My sister was a fuck up, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
Oh shit! And then but y'all had ways that like. So it's good you got the divide. So you experienced it, but then you like.
Not gonna lie, I remember once as a kid, my brother told me something, and I looked it up on Google. I told him he was wrong. It was like instantly right there.
Yeah. I love it because you couldn't do that before. You just argue, and then
you either argue or you just accept what they say.
Yeah, and I had to find out how to research it somehow.
Yeah, because of the internet, it kind of like got me out of like, for example, religion as well. I would see stuff online that goes against it. I'm like, wait. This goes against everything I was taught, So it helped me open my eyes like that.
Yeah.
I say that because he went through that too, but at a way later age.
I was really involved in it, yeah.
For me, when I was young.
When he was young, he was always religious. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, he knew me. Yeah, that's true. We went to church.
Well, I only started smoking like a couple of years ago. Like, I started smoking at 30-something. 35?
Hey, everyone started at a different age and no judgment.
But it just kind of...
That's how, different.
It's interesting for you to see this too, because you and me, we went through all this at a young age because we're lucky to be around all this stuff. For him, it's like less. He's going through the exact same thing, but at a way.
It's weird.
Not a way, but you know what I mean?
It's like a different stage.
Different stage of life.
Of course, everything happens for, I get it, but it's a crazy comparison, isn't it?
Yeah, I think about
stages. Like I've experienced stuff that y'all probably haven't in different levels.
True.
But it's like, but yeah, like it's everyone probably has experience with all this stuff. And I know probably old people that haven't experienced teenage stuff.
Yeah, like for me, I've like kind of thinking like this. I have like a process of, like taking all like things kind of like that stuff like because like okay, so here how I would explain it. So we got to experience. I got to experience like partying, drinking, all that. In high school, I smoked a little bit here and there, but I didn't really I didn't really start smoking like that hella until COVID happened, and then like COVID like really affected life. School stopped happening, all that, and then like once COVID was over, like I realized the younger generation than me are pretty much experiencing the shit I'm experiencing at the same time, because everything opened up at the same time.
Yeah. I feel like that bubble bursted. A lot of people just.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's when I was leaving religion. COVID, it helped me. I really hunkered down. So that's weird.
COVID. He's experiencing life. Marty, you're experiencing religion change, man.
Yeah, like death in some sorts. About rebirth.
Yeah.
But no, it's. I really feel like that's what's happening. Like, things go on. Like, these cycles has to happen. It's weird because things sync up, but it's instant you recognize that pattern. That helps you understand. So that's important as well. Having those eyes. Yeah, you're aware.
Like, really, I, like, think about it nowadays, too. Like, you know, as humans, like, you know, we have, like, a lot of written history, all that, and we just, like, we level ourselves up. Like, we pass our knowledge on to other, you know? Like, back then, people wouldn't think, like all these metaphors and all that, you know? They were just thinking about what's going on in life. But then, like, nowadays, we're, like, really looking into the smaller details. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to explain this.
No, I get it.
I get it.
You're saying there's already so much human knowledge that we already have it from the start.
Yeah.
And the next generation gets even more knowledge. It's, like, exponential.
Like, for example, I think nowadays, why do I smoke? And all that, like, you know, just the smaller details in my life. Why do I do this? Why do I do that?
You're questioning shit.
For sure. I think that's important.
And, like, why am I feeling, like, also it helped me with my emotion. You know, you have, like, nowadays, I feel like growing up in Seattle, like, you have a lot of emotional control, you know? So, like, I think about my emotions sometimes. Why am I mad? Is this worth being mad at? And then sometimes, like, I feel like, sometimes you just, like, get that depressing feeling where, like, nothing going right in life. You just thinking the worst of stuff. But then I was like, I have things. I shouldn't be thinking like this. I have to be grateful. I have, like, bring my own spirit up, you know? So, like, that what really helps nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm at home by myself for, like, 2-3 days at a time. And I'll be thinking, damn, I'm, like, hella, like, you know, just tired being at home. But then I have things about the good stuff, you know, like, you know what, I'm getting my rest before my work week start again. I'm getting, I have this freedom to spend with my family. I have things with other stuff.
Looking on the bright side.
No, I think that's important, having that mindset, changing that view, and having that focus. Because, like, I don't think a lot of people ask those questions. Like, I don't know if I ever pay attention or think about that stuff like that, but I think everyone just, if they keep doing that, like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Always asking that.
Well, I like also that he's thinking on the bright side.
No, that's...
He's asking this, but also trying to figure out a solution, and he's looking on the bright side.
Yeah, no, having a positive view is that's always important. I always think that it's hard to get, you know, when you get in the muck, but no, having that positive view, it can get you out of a situation.
Yeah, because sometimes people become hateful, you know, when they're going through that. They're like, man, fuck this, it's because of this, it's because of this, it's because of this.
Yeah.
What was that going to do? You know, they're just hating.
No,
you know?
Exactly.
It's all thinking about how to change stuff, like asking how, you know, it's important to ask that a lot.
Yeah, and then you get paranoid, like, for example, for me, I'm so sorry, but I just thought of an example, for myself, sometimes I think about my friends, like, shit, like, are my friends okay? Like, did I do something wrong? But then I have to think, they're just living life. Everyone are adults now. They have their own schedule. They're just, like, busy with their own, living their life. And I'm also busy living my life. So then I have to think, we'll hang out eventually, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and, like, it's, like, just a process of, you have to think better, like you said.
Yeah, no, I'm guilty of doing the same thing. I'm like, no, like, I have to pause myself. Like, everybody's an adult, I do the same shit.
That's just not taking things personal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, not taking things personal. I like that.
Because not only people living their own life, you don't know what they're going through.
No, 100%.
You know? You never know. They could be going through something bad, and it's like, it's nothing against you. It's like, shit, let me...
They're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you know, everybody grows up, and then you kind of realize everyone else is the same exact thing, you know?
Working, trying to pay bills.
Yeah, but then you become more understanding. And then when that happens, it's kind of like things kind of work out, and you do end up hanging out more. Because it's like, oh, I get it, you're going through this, I'm going through this, you know? It's like now things are working out, and now things are syncing up in this way. So life is just not about forcing things. You just gotta let it happen. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and if it's not, it's not.
If they hit you up, they hit you up.
Yeah.
I have I love the saying, it is what it is.
That's good.
Like, that's one of my favorite sayings.
But I want to say that can get dangerous. Pete Davidson had like a stand-up bit where he was like, yeah, I quit smoking recently, and then now I realize that, you know, maybe when bad things happen to me, it is what it is. Maybe I should do something about it. Because sometimes people are too chill. You know, it's like sometimes you gotta, you know.
Me, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, but I have to, it's a balance. The world is gray. You have to think. Sometimes you have step like that shit happen in life. You can't change it. But then like the stuff you can change, that if you want to improve yourself, you have to change yourself. That's up to you in the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at the same time, what works for me might not work for you, because I'm talking about some things that I do change is I quit smoking as much, but that's what works for me. But sometimes people, they thrive on smoking and it helps them.
No,
if that works for them, that works for them.
I really feel like life's kind of an experiment, and it's fun to just... I'm at this moment where like I like having control of what I'm experimenting with, like how I'm trying to use it, like the reason, like if I'm smoking, if I'm wanting just to have fun and have conversations, great. I like having a reason behind it. I want to have a purpose if I'm going to be doing something. So if I'm like going to meditate, for sure, like, I want to light something up. Maybe let me focus on that. Maybe help me focus. I think it's important just to use things with intent, and I don't think people always do that. So especially if you're doing something loving, make sure you're doing it with intent, for sure. Like it makes it even more powerful. I feel like people forget that. I think your words are powerful, and they're almost like a spell. And even if you're saying negative shit, what are you gonna conjure?
Exactly.
If you think it's also the same thing. You're still conjuring it.
That's what I was thinking. Like if you think negative thoughts, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
Try to think positive. But also back to that like smoking with intent.
Yeah.
I realized for myself. Back in the day, I did used to smoke for like intent. Like I would smoke to like relax from work. I would smoke to like try to cheer myself up, or like chill to like not be bored during COVID, or nothing to do.
Yeah.
But nowadays I realize like I'm smoking just to smoke. I realize that about myself, but then like I'm in the point in my life where I accepted it because I'm comfortable. I'm in the routine. I do want to change it up. I have been thinking about changing it up. Like I have 2 jobs now. Like at the Mariners is my second job.
Yeah.
My first job is just at a little restaurant, but so yeah, that's just what I'm doing with my life right now. But I got the second job to like changing up to like stir up the pot,
to pull, to change a routine. Exactly. That's good to kind of shake things up.
But even now, like getting this, like it's like still pretty new, so but it's still already getting to that routine, And I'm like, I do
baby steps.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do something big. Just get another job.
Exactly.
Go from there.
But I'm also changing my mindset of like, I instead of just stirring up the pot, I have aim for some goals. Like, Like right now this year, I'm just trying to pay off all my debts, and then for my goal for 2024 is like. Just save up money, Just save up a good chunk so I could either invest it or just do what I want with it, But, my brother always be telling me I have to think years ahead sometimes.
Yeah. No, that's important.
Yeah.
But, so for my life, that's what I've been like doing and thinking about, Smoking
You're only
weed.
21, man.
Exactly.
You got time.
But still, like, I feel like for Seattle or just the rest of the world and like with social media, everyone's like trying to rush, trying to be successful and rich at a young age.
Comparison,
but like everyone living a normal life that like don't really care about like fame and all that. Like they're just trying to like get rich too, but like at their own pace, doing their own shit. Like I'm just trying to work and like figure things out.
Yeah.
But also like just thinking ahead of like what I want. Like for example, I want to buy a house. What do I have to do? Like the steps in order to do that.
Yeah.
I have to build up my W-2. I have to save up a down payment. I have to know if I have enough, like if I'm making enough monthly to afford the mortgage and all that shit. So like.
Oh yeah, all the steps like pay attention
to. Smaller steps to build up to your goals.
Like baby steps, like he's saying, yeah. Just aim small type shit, yeah. But I think that is as long as you have these small little goals, you know what you're trying to do, and I think that's always important. It just aiming that and having that focus and just having that little steps for sure.
I feel that. Like I do agree. Like it really helps. Like not to like. I used to like. Example during like high school, like my last year. It was my last year. Like COVID hit, And like,
Damn, y'all were in high school when that was going on?
I already graduated.
Oh, yeah.
That was what,
I was a
2020?
senior in high school.
Yeah,
it was 2020. So I was 20.
Damn, so it was like, so COVID happened when you're also in high school.
That sucked for him.
Yeah.
It's my graduation year too. I didn't get no
Damn, so
prom,
that was-
no graduation, nothing.
Wow, that is crazy.
COVID,
I know.
COVID
But-
kid.
Yeah.
I call it COVID, but you know what?
Right.
It is what it is. You know, I try not to look back. Like, I just try to look forward, think of the positive. Like, you know,
There's so much more life to experience. Man.
Yeah.
exactly. It's just like two small like things, and life is like you have a long time ahead of you for better stuff.
And bad things too.
Yeah, you do, but I think what you said earlier, like using your time wisely, like that. Even when you're young, yes, but what you're investing your time in, if a shitty job, like how are you gonna use it? What are you gonna learn from it? Like, if you want to do a shitty job, maybe do something that's in a field that you fucking love. You know, at least you're still doing a shitty job, but you're learning something else that can help you.
Exactly.
So it's like you have that time, use that time wisely, because think about what you want to do. Don't just like drift along. Because I was guilty of doing that shit, but I didn't really think about what the fuck I wanted to do in the future. Now that's what I would have changed. I would have put my time into something that was more useful. But it's just people have trouble, I think, narrowing that. It's hard to find that as well.
You got advice? Like what are some like a top 5 list? Like I wish I did this.
Well, things you need to do, spend time. If you don't know what you want to do, spend time with yourself. You got to sit and an answer will come of what you feel like you need to do and find your little purpose or whatever it may be. If you already know what your purpose is, then you just either have to do a shitty job. Sometimes that's all you can get, but you can keep trying for that job. Don't stop. Even if it takes fucking a year or two, don't fucking stop. Apply. If you ain't getting that, what can you do to enhance it? You know, people tend to stop because I was guilty of doing that. But you gotta keep pushing. If you fucking want it, manifest it. Have a positive outlook. Keep saying that shit. How you're seeing it, and you know, if you can. I think you can pull what you want in. You just gotta really go after it. It's just life can suck, but you can go after. Y'all are in this internet age. I think anything's fucking possible. I feel kind of let down because I don't push enough. But you know, I was like, I don't know. I gotta figure my own stuff out. But yeah, 100%. Y'all can do. There's so much possibilities now.
I feel that like the pushing too much. Like
I forgot all the top 5, so I got 2.
I know.
I don't push myself like.
He got 4 more.
But no, keep going. No,
Oh my bad, bro.
No, I have. I'll get lost in my own stuff. But no, keep going.
But no, I feel you about like I don't push myself. I feel like I don't push myself too hard in life right now. I see like a lot of people my age like going hella places right now, like getting their degrees, all that.
Well, I sorry to interrupt, but I want to say also you gotta realize what you want.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to go to school. At the same time, you don't know what's going through their life.
Not for everybody.
Maybe
yeah.
they could be living the same life as you, and they don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
Like, they're just doing it because their parents are doing it, and you're looking at them like, damn, look at them. But the whole time they're not happy. You don't know.
That's true.
What do you want? Who cares what they want?
Yeah, that's the thing.
What do you want? You know.
But
that's why you say spend time with yourself, so you figure out.
You have to figure that out. That's
who
a big
you are,
thing.
What you want.
Yeah.
Why?
I got lost in shit, but
why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in the end, like if I would like say hypothetically got my degree, in the end I would just use that money to try buy property, try buy house, try to improve my life.
Okay, so
what can I do? Like then I think about what can I do like right now without a degree that I can do that. Right now all I can do is like save money and hopefully I can invest that money into like some good investments or like just like put all that money I save up into a down payment for a house and just like get one property for now and like do the process slowly over time, you know.
Do you have a good example of how to do this? It's how to spend your time in the waiting.
Yeah, but real quick though, I do want to add to what you just said. You said that you wanted to, if you were to get a degree right now, you would get that degree, get the job, whatever, use that money to buy property, right? Mm-hmm. Why don't you just cut the degree part out and just get the money right now and start working?
Because I feel with a degree, you could make the money and like faster and like at a lot more time. And say hypothetically you don't have student loans too, because like with low income, like hypothetically you got your degree for free, boom, you're already at a head start, advantage at like. Even if I start working at 18, after like 2-3 years in their workforce, they'll make way more than what I've saved up.
Yeah, because the reason why I say that also is because I know a real life example. My uncle, he went to school and got the degree and everything. And his situation is a little different. But anyway, at the end of it, he's doing the same thing, buying property or going to buy property. But right now he's renting out the bottom of his house. So he's already renting out his own house and then gonna buy his own house, right?
Yeah, see, that's what I want to do.
But then he's like, I wish I never went to school.
I see.
And just started working from the beginning. What was the point of doing all that time for nothing?
That's true. Like, I have a thing about other people's perspective too. Some people don't use their degree. Some people just, like, but some people use it, but then like quit. Like, for example, my brother, he wanted to quit his job now that he saved a good amount, and he can just start doing other stuff. Like, he like trying to get to financial independence, and he's getting to that goal, and now he just want to just day trade and keep making money, good money, and he doesn't have work his like job 24/7, and his job like making good money, like really good money, but like it just makes him depressed and all that. And now that he's financially independent, he could finally quit that job, like do what he wants. Sometimes like I think about what he did, I'm like, sometimes you just have to put in the work, the degree, like the hardship, like, you know, in my job in the beginning, I got hella depressed, and like, you know, it was a routine I hated, you know, going to work every day. It just got my mood, like feeling depressed, all that, but eventually I got over that and got used to it.
I want to ask him a question. What's your opinion on that? Haven't you been through that when you were younger? Didn't you like choose a job because you paid good and all that?
Yeah, so I at 19 I got hired by the post office, and I worked as like a mailman for like 5 years. Did that for a bit, but I also wasn't living life. Like, all my friends were out still doing stuff, and it kind of, even though I was working, like I was making like, I think I started out like 50 grand a year, and I was like 19. I was making more than my mom. I was like, oh my god, like, it's crazy, you know. But I look all the time. I was getting wasted. Like, it's like I was using this, but I didn't really invest in my stuff. I didn't really think about that. But I also was busy. I was working like 10, 12 hours a day, you know. And it's like,
and
for what?
Exhausted now.
Yeah, and I was so tired, and I was like, I just kept sleeping. So it's like I was just doing that, but I was also learning instruments. I was learning how to play music, so I was doing that at the same time. So my time was just spent doing that. My free time, that was it. I practiced. So it's like that divide. I didn't really think about anything else, and it's like, if I was more wiser, I wouldn't have done a job like that. Even school, I wasn't for me. Not that type of schooling. I wish I was quiet with myself more, and I think I was focused on music, but not how I could do that and make money. I didn't really think about it like that, and I was at the age where a lot of stuff was starting, but I wasn't paying attention to it. You know, I wasn't thinking about the internet stuff because I was still focused on, you know, all these other things. Yeah, and it's just, I didn't really think about other things.
But, let me ask you, why did you work so much and make all that money? Like, were you...
I just think it's like I started making money. I was getting paid a lot of money. You know, I just went from school to working like a full-time job. You know, and I'm like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. And
it was easy.
I had relatives at work. My brother works at the post office. My aunt worked at the post office, and my uncle worked at the post office. So it's like, that's just what you do. So we just work a lot of hours, and then I would have money, and I would like sometimes save money. But at first, I didn't even have an account. I would just have thousands of dollars in cash all the time,
and you didn't know why.
Yeah, and I would just buy. I would save some, but I would just save the cash, or I would buy like things I could resell. I was doing a lot of different things like that. I ended up buying like a car in cash, you know, stuff like that. I'd save it and bought a car in cash with it. You know, that's kind of where I would use it. It's just. So I remember when I quit my job, I had a lot of expensive stuff that I was using, like instruments and things like that. So I didn't have any debt, but I didn't save anything. I didn't use it wisely. I would go out to dinner with my friends. I would pay for it, you know, and have fun. Like, I want everybody to have fun with me, you know.
And that's a trap. Back in high school.
Don't do that. I think people as celebrities do the same thing.
That's a trap?
Because people will take advantage. When you start having money, people use it. And you realize like, oh shit, I just lost $1,000. They didn't realize it, but I was having fun, even though I enjoyed the night. But you start getting all these friends, and all of a sudden things just start, you know, things getting paid for.
I'm gonna bring it to a whole different topic, but kind of about that.
Yeah,
it's about like, for me, I like buying people meal and all that because like that's how I was kind of raised.
That's
you know? Different
agree
culture
with that,
and ideologies. Like for me, like with my friend, I'm gonna call him Jay. Me and him buy each other food all the time. So I buy him meal, he'll got me next time. It doesn't matter the price. I got him, he got me.
Yeah.
And like that's just how I grew up too.
I will say a verse that will come up.
But then over time, I do like feel like with my other friends, like with my other friends, I do treat them out too much. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I have a hold back. I'm like, you know what? It is. You guys got yourselves. Yeah. I got myself. That's how it is over here, you know. But then sometimes, you know what, I'm feeling really good. You know what? I'll treat you guys just to like, because when I treat someone else, I'll feel good too.
I mean, I think if you're at that point where you have a little extra spending, for sure, treat people, but have a cap on it. Like, you know, you might have your own limit. Like, if it's only just for a weekend, you want to take some people out, or you want to go fly them somewhere, great. If you can afford that and you have that time, and you set aside that. But that's where you start that Children of Indigo verse, like, don't set yourself on fire to keep other folks warm. Man, I get guilty of that. Like, I want to help people, but sometimes that's not my job. They need to figure out their own shit. It's not up to me to do that, you know?
And the thing is also, once you start setting that limit and start saying no, some people are not going to like that.
Yeah.
And you're going to start seeing, the real true colors.
Yeah, the real true colors.
Yeah, and it's just shit like that. Those are things that, if you're paying attention, like you said, asking these questions, emotions, all that stuff, why is this going on? How is this happening? You'll understand, you'll see these patterns, and you'll start,
I did what you said. Like, I like stopped like spending hella money. I saw who people with true colors, and then I thought about like, you know what? It's better to lose them now than later.
Yeah.
I was hurt, but then I'm like, you know what? I got over it. It's like, it'll fade.
Yeah. It should be her losing you. You're the one paying for all the meals.
Hey, but no. It was like a meal here and there, you know, but not all their meals.
Yeah.
But
still,
that's kind of like, those are the lessons I wish I'd learned younger, because like, just I was the one doing that, realizing it's just I didn't really think about when I could have done so much with it. I always think about, golly, I could have reinvested that in so many things. I was single, nothing. I didn't have to pay rent. I was still living at home. I was living with my brother halfway in between. Like, it was cheap. It was like $700 a month. You know, I was making a lot of money back then. I should have bought property. Like, if I was smarter, I would have done that. I was like, my mom has property. Why would I buy property? You know, that's how I was thinking. Like, it wasn't, but that's my mom's property. You know, if I bought property back then, I could have sold that. And if I knew about Bitcoin, 100% I would have invested in that. That shit was cheap as fuck back then.
Yeah. But you know what? You can't look back, you know.
Trauma fucks you up. I would just say that. Trauma fucks you up. You get locked in your head. You just get stuck.
Not gonna lie. For me, luckily, like you said with Google and all that, I learned about investing and all that shit very early on. So the day I turned 18, I opened my Robinhood account.
Smart, man.
And then that's like really how I got into investing. But after a while, after investing a good amount of money, I stopped really looking at it, stopped investing like heavily into it for a while. Just started spending, you know, shit for me to have fun, you know. But I think about it, I think about it now. I'm like, I could spend all that money I spent to going to raves, going to on like trips, in my investments. But then I'm like, you know what? I made good memories. For people, you just have to like. It's up to you. It's what you want. Exactly. It's your choice. I chose to have fun, to have like enjoy my time, you know, and spend that money. Like, I could invest in that and be rich later. But hey, I had fun. That's what I wanted.
You invested in liabilities.
You're still only 21, man.
Yeah, no, you're only 20.
I'm like you're like 41.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you're like that, because by the time you're my age, dude, you'll be good. You will be good. You know,
it's
shit.
Hilarious. Like, dude, you got so much time to fucking invest, man, and you can do it today.
Hey, I know if I stayed at the post office, I could retire in like a year, because I would have been at the age to retire. But anyway, no, I think.
That's good you're realizing now.
Yeah, no, I think it's good you're realizing now, and you're paying attention to patterns and shit like that.
Some people don't fucking realize
they don't.
To this day.
They don't, man. I've known old people, they still stuck in their shit.
Hey, not gonna lie, at 18, I was trying to convince all my friends to open Robinhood account and all that. And then after a little bit, I realized you just have to do what's best for yourself sometimes. Yeah. And then you try to help them. If they don't want help, they just, like you said, everyone has their own choices. Let them do them.
You can't help someone that doesn't want to help himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's their choices. And you can't look down for them for that. No. You try to say, hey, your choice, I respect that.
But I think it's cool that, I like that y'all have this understanding at a young age. It blows my mind. It's like, I feel like
it's the internet, man.
It is.
It's my uncle.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, it makes me, because that means like, do you want kids? Have you ever thought about having kids? That's something that's in your mind one day?
Yeah, actually I do. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
How many you want?
Realistically, 2. If I could really choose 4.
Why?